Hello and welcome back to Saber Outdoors. I, of course, am Mark Alexander, and I have guests today. We're starting a new series. We're going to be working on making some sorghum molasses. Now, if you know what sorghum molasses is, put it down in those comments. But my guest today is James Gardner, also known as my grandfather. He's an expert sorghum maker from long ago, and we're going to go through the setup and kind of just look around today. We've not made in a couple years, so some things are in disrepair, but nothing's so out of shape that we can't get back into shape. So all we're going to do, my grandpa's going to go around. He's just going to tell me what needs to be done and tell you, the audience, what there is and what it is that we're doing and why we're doing these things. So we're going to go give it a look around and see what we can get into.
This is a sorghum mill made somewhere in the 20s, 19 and 20s, and this is known as a number 3 mill, and
that number 3 refers to how wide the rollers are.
A number 3 is 9 3/4 inches wide, and I usually, when I've got cane, I pick up three good stalks and I put it in the bottom, and I get one more, and I put more 3 in the top, and that just continues, and it will turn about 5 to 8 rounds per minute for the big roller, and it'll the juice, as it turns, it comes out and goes into a tank, and we usually comes from the other side through this one, and turns something like that.
Paul, tell the folks, how long have you had this welded up set up here?
Well, probably about it's been here for about 40 years that we have made sorghum, and that this is a oil well jack stand out in the bottom, and we've got a part on a Chevrolet car differentials, and it's been remodeled to turn on its end, and when I get another, my other part, then I've got another, and it will go through 14 teeth, I believe, to about 100, several teeth, and it will turn. And if you will look here, this is a redevised drive shaft.
And if you look in between, that's not one drive shaft, that is 2 that we have welded together to fit one to the other.
And this is a transmission out of a Chevrolet car differential. And then this is the front drive shaft out of a 4-wheel drive Chevrolet pickup truck, and
to run out to the tractor,
and it can go three speeds forward and 1 reverse, and this will turn if you put it on the power takeoff of Alice Chalmer tractor, and that'll just sit there and just idle, and it will turn that, and eventually got about
We're still missing a
6 or
few
8
pieces
rounds.
there. Now this big gear,
This right here got the mount solid, and my gear that will have to go on my thing.
so this, just for you folks at home, this big gear goes on top of the mill, and the little gear goes on the car axle, which we don't have the little gear here in front of us, but these are a set of hay baling gears.
Some of the first real Holland hay.
And just for a size comparison, this is a gallon can that stuffed food's made in. That is a Hoss gear.
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 20.
For one pie splice, so
That's
20 times 6, that's 120 it.
Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You're right, 6, 20.
So that's 120.
Yeah. And the other gear has got 14. Yes, I'm going to show that.
Okay.
figure.
Is that in the barn?
And now it's in the garage.
Okay. Well, let me cover this up before we forget about it.
Yeah.
And we'll make our way that direction. We just got something over it to keep the grease. So we're down to the garage now, and Grandpa's gonna tell us what all this stuff is. So, what's this?
This gear is a brand new one, the only one in the United States, and cost me $85. And this one probably will last forever. And they're part of a New Holland hay baler way before the 68. And you will put that on there, and it will tighten it down.
Mm-hmm.
And then you will put that on top of them, the gear, the bearing.
This bearing right here.
The bearing will go on, slide down.
Now, if you wonder how it keeps from turning, this is keyed. There's a square key that goes in there.
That may have grease on
it. You got that piece custom made, didn't you?
This is fixed right.
What?
But it'll be in better shape than it's ever been when we put this on there.
Okay. Well,
and it will make the gear will turn from 6 to 10 rounds per minute. You want a gear to turn slower.
Well, I mean, we've got our gear here, and it's not got no nastiness on it. 1, 2, and I know I'm starting at my key, so 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, just like you say.
And the other is about 120 teeth, give or take a little. I'm not sure that's right, but I know it's close.
Quick shade tree math, and figuring that's what I think it is too. But I wanted to show you every little piece. Now, of course, we're gonna get this some fine day up on top of the hill and get everything put back together. But I just wanted to show you everything. I'm gonna get off of here and move you on to something else.
This has a pipe from the mill, and here, and this is a stainless steel cooking pan. It's about 54 inches wide, and this is about 14 feet long, and this is this is 2 inches deep and about 2 1/4.
And it gets deeper as it goes.
Deep, and it as it goes, and we have a blower that will blow in that we don't have it here, but it will blow in there, and we put wood. Yeah, wood.
You can see there's a light at the end of the tunnel. That's something we do need to fix, because one of our creek rockets fell out.
But we've got several things to do. But and this is where we when it boils up, they can't call this skimmings, and we've got another piece here, and we put the skimmings in here, and it goes off back down.
And that's a natural product, so we don't have to worry about anything. Deer love that stuff.
And this is took off.
Yeah, this wood part, this is a cradle to lift the pan if we decide to look under it.
They used to be a gentleman down here north of Cookeville, Tennessee, who would make you these pans. He made this one, and it's one of the best ones there is. Of course, now it don't look like it here, but when you clean this up, this'll stack. This'll shine like stainless steel.
And it will shine before we cook on it, because we put out a quality product for people that want it.
Yeah.
And usually the people that want it is people that we know. We don't sell big time or no way. We mostly work with people that we know. We don't we're not looking to get in big. At this point, we make mostly for our family.
We just and I remember my father, that he used to feed the mill, and they had a mule or a horse and pull it round and round and round, and the horse would pull at about 4 rounds per minute, and this one, it goes when it hits the pan, and then it goes backwards and forwards, and it takes about 2 hours boiling before you get sorghum off of the end here, and this one, and then
Now
it comes off the end in a bucket, and I strain it. My wife strains it and puts it in a jar. So we will need to when we put it into operation, maybe about a year ago, and maybe we can do this again. Well, you can understand. But
yeah, we're just giving you the rough bones, peoples, because there's lots of things need to do before we get to the day of. Like
yes.
our chimney here, it's got if we look here close, we've got a big gaping hole right there, and we need to replace this piece of steel, and we need to work on our pipe that's underneath. Grandpa, tell them why we got a pipe underneath this thing.
The pipe will knock the pipe will knock the far back, these two. The sweeter it gets, the less heat it takes for, and that's the reason for knock that pipe back, and more, and the fire will come up, and then it will raise up, and when it hits that, then a little bit, and then It will.
Underneath our pan, we've got, it's flat back there, but it comes to hill, puts the fire up close to the pan, and then ducks down again, and that's where my grandpa's pipe comes into play.
To get it, it's the farthest, the hottest back there, and then it comes up for it to boil harder, and then it gets, the sweeter it gets, the less heat it takes, and then it goes down, and then this one will come off, and then my wife she strains it.
And of course, all this that's in front of us, that's all mud, and we'll deal with that in another video. We'll tell you why we have several buckets of dry mud.
It'll look be altogether different
when we go to make
you
it.
look at it again.
But
all that is wood to go in the fire.
Every bit of that and all that too
will make its heat.
Now we don't put no thermometer on our heat. We look at the boil. If there ain't no boil, we need more heat. If we got a whole lot of boil, we need to back off. We don't, if you look at this pan, we don't have a thermometer one on it, and we don't put one on it except for right here very close to the end.
Yeah.
We've recently started, but from more or less, we just do this by feel, by ear, by sight.
Yeah. Right.
But let me look at our chimney, because that's going to be one of our projects to take after. You saw whenever I filmed the other end, this is our hole in our chimney. We got these chimney rocks from another property, and one of our chimney rocks has pushed in, and there may be something in there with it, so I'm not going to put my hand too deep in there. But this stack here,
yeah.
All it is sheet metal roofing tin that we have made into a stack. We don't have no extra special things to it, but we'll have to replace that too before we get going. And another thing that I might work on before we get to the business at hand is to take this phone call one moment. Back to the business at hand. Now, this here is one project that I'm going to see about taking after. We had a tree fall on our camper that's been up here for so many years, and I'm going to see if maybe I can find us another one or get us some kind of shack up here to put our supplies in and for us to make a little lunch in. Now, you see this big pipe right here? It's big house pipe. Now, that's the pipe that comes from the juice tub that's up there at the mill down to our pan. We keep the end of it under cover, but the rest of it we clean whenever it comes time. But guys, today was just mostly just to show you what we had to do, what needs to be done, and there's plenty to do. We've got a road crew coming down the road, but as for the end for this, we're gonna call it a day today. Thank you for watching. We'll see you somewhere in the woods or on the water.